Hey everyone, so a lot of you asked me to do a naked type of look. I didn't know if you guys meant barely any makeup or use very natural looking makeup. So I went for the kind of like natural look. So I used barely any colors onto the lids. It's all about, I choose to focus either on the lashes and or the lips. So this is what I accomplished today. So it's all about very natural colors that are actually seen onto your face without wearing any makeup at all. And this is what I came up with. So hopefully you like, and if you do, well, keep on watching. So usually I always start with this naked, and I say like brackets, naked look with a very skin-toned eyeshadow. So whatever your skin tone is, try to go as close to it and taking a matte color. So this is Brulé from M.A.C. And I'm just taking a lot of that and just brushing it everywhere on the lid and all the way up to the brow bone. And I'm even going to apply a little bit on the lower lash line. So I actually created a little sort of a palette that I'm going to use today. So we have dark brown, soft browns, medium browns. So the brown I'm going to use is called Kid from M.A.C, which is this one over here. You could use any sort of very light brown. I would recommend going with a very light brown first, and if you want to darken it up, do it afterwards. So I'm just taking a medium fluffy brush. It's not too flary, it's not too fluffy, I mean, it's just like tapered enough. And what I'm going to do is just apply that just a little bit above my crease, and I'm barely touching my skin right now. I just want to create a natural looking shadow, and the reason I'm going a little bit above my crease, I have a little bit of a double crease kind of eye. As you can see, like you have a fold here and a fold here, so I have somewhat of a hooded lid. So just to create the look of a bigger eye, I'm just going a little bit above that, and I'm going to go almost underneath my brow. And once again, the reason is to kind of make my eyes appear larger. And from what is left on the brush, I'm just bringing it and creating sort of a V shape, just to make sure that we don't have like a big white gap over here. And I would say that this eyeshadow from M.A.C is really buildable. Like, it's like Omega a little bit. I like using this eyeshadow to fill in brows, especially when I have redhead clients, because it's a little bit on the orange side, not orange side, but warmer side. That's the word. So it's important to kind of take a look back once you're done with that. Look yourself in the mirror and see if it's dark enough or not dark enough. Today I'm going for a very natural look, so that's going to be enough for me. Hopefully the light doesn't wash off too much the colors that I'm applying today, because I want you guys to see what's my go-to naked look. Of course, on the lower lash line, I'm going to apply the same color, but I want to concentrate that on the outer corner of the eye only. So just on the outer portion and blend it into the center, but do not go near that area over here. Now, because I think the light washes off a little bit of the color that I'm trying to show you guys, I'm going to use just a little bit of a darker brown. This is still a medium light brown. This is Cork from M.A.C. And I'm taking my fluffy brush that I used earlier, and I'm just going to push that just a little bit into the crease. And after, I'm just brushing off the excess off of that brush, and I'm just making sure that everything is well blended. Now after, I'm going to apply some colors to the lash line. And the reason why I'm doing so is because it's going to make my lashes appear thicker and fuller. So I'm going to use that Cork eyeshadow, and I'm going to push that right in the root of the lashes, but very gently. And while you're applying it, kind of flick it upwards. And remember that big fluffy brush, just make sure you diffuse that color there. You don't want any sharp line, like I said. If you can focus, hello. There we go. So just going on top. And after, what I like to do is use a very dark brown, and I'm going to use Embark from M.A.C, which is this reddish brown over here. And now this color, you really want to push as close to the lash line as you can. And I'm going to mainly apply that on the outer corner of the eye because it's going to make it seem like a little bit of a cat eye without actually going for that look. And with whatever is left on the brush, go and apply onto the lower lash line, but just on the outer corner, so just a third of the eye. Nothing more. And the final step that I always do is apply a little bit of an eyeshadow that has a little bit of a frost to it, but I like using this pigment from M.A.C, which is my favorite pigment of all time, which is called Naked. And as you can see, very, very up close, it's definitely a skin tone color, but it has a little bit, tiny bit of shimmer to it. Nothing too like eccentric, just enough. So what I do is apply that in the tear duct area. You see the difference it makes? Just a little tiny beacon of light. A little bit underneath the brow. Just press that right there. And a little tiny bit right in the middle of the lid. Right here. And very last step, because you want to open up the eye once again, I'm going to use an eye kajal. This is from Kryolan, but a lot of companies make them. This looks white on camera, but it's actually a skin tone color. So I have quite of a dark waterline, like a reddish kind of pigmentation, so I'm going to use that right on the waterline. But I'm going to use it very lightly because I don't want to make it seem like I have a lot on. And then because I think any look deserves good lashes, I'm going to apply falsies. But of course, if you're going for a very natural look, just use your favorite mascara. That's mostly on the length side. That's going to make it look more natural. But my lashes, I need them a dramatic, girl, a dramatic. Now the next part is going to be the blush. Now every time I do either a bridal makeup that's really, really natural or go for a very, very natural look, my go-to blush is from M.A.C and it's called Fleur Power, which is a nice, more pinky than peachy, but it's a very, very nice pinky blush. And you want to apply that right on the apples of the cheek, just above your contour. And after, I like taking a big fluffy brush and just make sure that it's well diffused onto the skin. Now this part is definitely optional, but I like having a little bit of a glow right onto the cheekbones, and I like using that especially when I'm doing natural kind of looks, because it's going to give back to the skin some sort of life, if that makes any sense. Because a lot of foundation have either a matte finish or it doesn't have a glow, enough of a glow for me when I do look. So what I like using is, remember that Naked pigment from M.A.C. I have a little bit in my cap over here, and I'm just going to take my blush, my angled blush that I've used before, and I'm just going to apply that a little bit in the cap and run that right onto the cheekbones. And this is just the perfect highlight for natural, because it doesn't have a lot of shimmer in it, but it's just going to give you a little bit of glow. And on the lips, I usually go for something extremely, extremely natural. So I'm going to use M.A.C Myth, which actually dark lighter in person than on camera. I'll be applying a gloss on top. Now, of course, when you think gloss, it's not really natural, but I think a very kind of nice pout when it comes to natural look is very, very needed. So what I'll be using is the NARS Orgasm lip gloss, and it does has a little bit of a peachy undertone, so it's going to bring back a little bit of color to my lips. So there you have it, guys. This is extremely wearable. It's what I call my go-to naked look that I always use on my clients who are afraid of colors and don't want anything onto their skin except a little bit of foundation and, you know, nothing else. I always choose to either focus on the lips or the lashes. So I do sometimes go with individual lashes. Today I use like a big strand because, you know, it's me, like I'm a diva, I need lashes, and of course glossy lips. But this is most definitely wearable. A little bit of blush and you're done. All set, all ready to go shopping or whatever. Go to the church, girl. So hopefully a lot of you enjoyed it. Of course, it's very, very natural. You guys asked me to do a very natural look. So this is what I've accomplished today. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.